Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Thomas with StellarPedia.com. Today I'm just going to talk to you about the development of StellarPedia, just some of the stuff that we're planning to do, and some of our competitors. StellarPedia, we're Stellar fan site. There's tons of Stellar fan sites out there. We compete with just about every site out there. Dawn Society. We have our partner, the StellarWick.com. Then there's StellarDawnPlayers.com. Then you've got StellarDawn.wicca.com, StellarDawnCentral.com, StellarStop.com, StellarHelp.net, StellarDawnManiacs.com. And the list goes on. There's tons and tons of fan sites. The thing is, how can sites be unique? And that's the biggest concern. Just like RuneScape fan sites, you have all these RuneScape fan sites. Every single one of them is similar. Every single one of them basically has the same content. And they really do the same stuff. And, that's the thing. Like, what can we do that's different? And it's really hard, because once these sites become go-to sites, everyone goes to them. Rune HQ, they're going to be doing a Stellar Dawn fan site. I think Zabez is doing one. Tippet's doing one. RuneScape fan site's going to Stellar Dawn. The problem is, these guys that manage a RuneScape fan site go to another game. It's going to make the RuneScape fan site kind of go down the drain because they're going to be trying to play two games at once, and then they're going to rely on other people. People that they work with to really trust them to make sure that that content is up to date, and site starts to die. I've had that problem with other sites in the past. We have two sites. We have StellarPedia.com, then we have RunePedia.com. When I launched StellarPedia, I was like, I wish I had RunePedia, and it was unavailable at the time. Then it became available, so I went ahead and set it up. So we have two partner sites. So we're actually developing two sites similar. But I've played RuneScape for years. I know what it's like to grind for hours on end and get a couple 99s. I've been there. The thing about, Stellar Dawn is, it ain't released yet, so it's really hard to try to develop content and things of that nature. I expect to be questing. There's talk about multiple factions, races. I'm thinking that there could possibly be, religions instead of different races and stuff. And that's something that really no one has actually considered and taken into consideration. But I really think, like, when Stellar Dawn is released, it's just going to be, you got to get in there, you got to get that content as quick. Screenshots, rush, you name it, you got to get in there. And that's what all these people are going to be doing. They're talking about a closed beta, open beta. I don't know. It's crazy, like, what people's talking about and what's going to happen. It's going to take years to really develop quality fan sites, because it's going to take years before people can get experience, before people can rank up to a high enough level to, in order to, really get these sites up and running. The biggest competitor out there right now is SDC, Stellar Dawn Central, because of the fact that, Jagex has accepted them as an official fan site, and Jagex ain't responded to no other fan sites or talked to any other fan sites to, give them the opportunity to qualify. There's tons of fan sites that qualify for fan site status. It's just Jagex is not responding to, them. And it's bad. It's really bad. I personally feel that SDC is actually being managed by a Jagex employee. So, because there's really not a lot of information out there, and the community's starting to grow. With, StellarPedia, our website, the one thing that I want to do is I want to build a quality fan site, where, users have, features, and they can really do a lot. I don't want members just to come on my site and be like, hey, I'm a member, I can't do nothing. I want members to be involved. I want members to earn experience, earn reputation, rank up, and actually have a say-so at what the site does and how our network is managed. So, if you're a long-term member, you've been on our site for 2 years, you've got an account, you're an experienced member, I want you to, possibly earn moderator status. I want anyone to be able to apply for moderator status that has rightfully deserved it. If you write gads, you submit good gads, I want you to be rewarded. We want to develop and make sure our community fan site develops and, gets up there. But if it gets up there, we want to reward players. We want to, provide membership, do raffles, give away membership. If we're a top fan site, we're making thousands of dollars a month. Why can't we give away, a couple $1,000s worth of membership every month to Stellar Dawn players? I want to do a radio station. A lot of this stuff costs money, and it's expensive. Dedicated service, $500–600 a month. That's a lot of money, and that stuff adds up real quick. But we're going to we're going to try to develop and start small, and once we get our site going and we really get our forums going, everything going, people involved, The site is kind of set up like a Wik, like Wikipedia or something. So you sign up on our site, and we have, we're going to have our low, our high, medium, different types of membership. And based on how many articles you post, forum posts, category posts, all of the above. And as you, earn, reputation and experience, you promote and you rank up. Every time you rank, you get more. Like when you first sign up, I think you can only have like 10 messages in your inbox. It's not a lot. But once you get up to the highest level member status, you can have well over 500 messages in your inbox. When you first sign up, you can't upload photos. But once you rank up, get like promoted 2 times, then, you can actually upload photos, and you can upload it once you're a senior member. I mean, you can upload, like 200 photos to our site. Users have the ability to submit guides, write guides, submit content, create their own articles. We have blogging features. I mean, we're really trying to go all in. I'm planning to possibly do in the future. I mean, if we can get our site up there, I'm going to bring in some nice high-end web design firms, which, I mean, do web hosting, clan hosting, stats, just what every major fan site does. But, you really have to start at the bottom, work your way up, get that reputation, get the community on your side, get people in there, and, kind of reaching out to YouTube saying, hey, come to StellarPedia, join our community. Let's try to get this thing going. Let's try to get some people involved. Because we really want to try to build this community up, make this a nice go-to community. I'm up for all suggestions. Anyone suggests something, has an idea, wants something, I'm willing to work with people. We've got a event server set up now. Probably shut it down until Stellar Dawn's released, but I mean, we're really, going to try to work with the community, because, a lot of these fan sites, they get popular, they get big, but the guys that run them, they don't work with the community. They say, hell, we're going to do an event, we're going to come out. Well, they do that. What happens? They do the events, but they don't take suggestions. People suggest stuff like, oh, could you all do this? Could you guys do that? Could you help with this quest? Could you provide us a strategy system or a help desk? One of the things I want to really base our site on, StellarPedia, is money making. How to make money in Stellar Dawn. What's the best methods? What's the best techniques? Those are all things that I'm actually after on StellarPedia. I mean, you've got sites you can go out to for RuneScape. Buy RuneScape Gold. I mean, buy RuneScape strategy guides on how to make and earn RuneScape Gold. Completely legit. But I mean, it's like, well, why spend $50, $60 buying a RuneScape Gold guide? It tells you how to make money when you can go on YouTube and watch the same guide. Duh. I mean, it's like, you look at RuneHQ, you look at Zabaz, you look at Tippet, you look at all these RuneScape fan sites, and none of them cover gold making. They teach you the guides, they teach you how to do stuff, they just really don't do the strategy. And the reason for that is these are high-level, experienced players, and they don't want to give away their techniques or their methods, because if everyone starts doing it, they won't make money. But there are techniques out there that everybody can do. I mean, killing green dragons makes good money. Start from the basics. I mean, mining. What's the best way to make money with mining? What's the best way to make money skilling? All that. That's what we're trying to do with StellarPedia. That's also what we're trying to do with RunePedia, is we're trying to build the fan sites based on money making. So, I mean, when you're actually reading over our guides, it's not la 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 la. Detailed information. Well, this is the stats of a Rune Hatchet. You can check the stats in game by clicking on the Rune Hatchet. Pulls up the stat guide. I mean, why do you need that on a fan site? No. What's the best way to obtain a Rune Hatchet? How to maintain it? How much does it cost on average? That's what players want to know. I mean, that information can be obtained in game as well. But, where's the best place to go wood cutting? What's the best way to make a profit wood cutting? I mean, wood cutting. I mean, you're going to make a profit anyway, but, where's the best places? I mean, there are secret locations around RuneScape where people really don't wood cut that are very profitable, and there are banks nearby that just people don't see on the map, and they just walk by. I mean, I think there's like 50-some banks in RuneScape, and there's like 20 of them that's really used, except for when people quest. I mean, bank deposit slips. I mean, there's so many, good tricks and techniques around RuneScape that just so many people fail to ignore them, or they just don't know about them. And that's the thing. I want to do a Stellar Dawn. I want people to understand that. I want people to know where these places are, these little secret locations. I mean, 99 Cooking. Everybody who cooks and's got a 99 Cooking skill cake knows of the Rogue's Den. If you remember, Rogue's Den. Go cook at the Rogue's Den. I've seen guys trying to do 99 Cooking at the Grand Exchange, or try to do it in Varrock, or they're in Alkine Desert running back and forth to the range. And I remember, I'm like, dude, why are you doing that? Why don't you just go to the Cooking Guild or the Rogue's Den? I'm like, oh, what's the Rogue's Den? It's where you go to get 99 Cooking. You're a member, so why don't you go there? It's in the basement of a bar. I mean, come on. that is what I'm talking about. People just do not know these things, and they're just simple general knowledge questions that people should know, but there's not, that information is really not on the fan sites. It's just, not the best places. They don't really provide that. And that's what we're trying to do with StellarPedia. I want that information to be provided, and when StellarDon is released, I want people to know, where do you go, how do you do this, and everything. But, hopefully we can get StellarPedia up and running, get some people involved. I want to bring in, like right now we're using a standard template, and we have some sad templates, but I want to bring in a really high-end, detailed gaming template, top of the line. The company that I'm going to be hiring, about $3,000 for a template. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at is very expensive and high end. But once our community gets up and running and we start putting all this high end stuff into it, the community will be definitely worth using. We're going to have the ranking system, user promotional system. Users are going to get more benefits as they rank. Really are designing the site to be safe, secure. We're taking everything into consideration. We're having a variety of staff members. We're going to have our administrators, our global administrators. We're going to have, publisher moderators, editor moderators, standard moderators, form moderators, blog moderators, content moderators. So, you can just really see at, how much stuff we're taking into consideration. And right now we got probably maybe about 10 staff members, and I'm looking to have possibly about probably a good 100 to 200 staff members in general, in addition to trying to get about 20,000 plus users involved with our community. Sites like Rune HQ, they get over 10,000 visitors a day easily. So I'm really trying, my goal is to really try to get about 10,000 plus network, not to mention an overall revenue of probably around minimum $10. RHQ right now, $100 plus revenue. But the reason they can provide all the services that they offer, such as, radio, Ventrellas, all that kind of stuff, is because of the amount of revenue that's coming in. So everything that I earn, I'm wanting to put right back into the site to really just put the site straight up on top. Go signatures, high score systems, bring in some professional programmers. I want to set up a client. As you guys know, Zabez, they run SwiftKit, clients like that. I want to bring in a professional programming company to actually try to build like a SwiftKit client for StellarDon. A lot of things like that. So hopefully, long term, we're going to be able to get a lot of work like that done and hiring some programmers, things like that, get our own clients, our own software, and our own services set up. But it's really the goal of what StellarPedia is trying to do and what we're wanting to do. But anyone interested here on YouTube, feel free to join our community. Website is StellarPedia.com. Just feel free to Google us or click the link below. Peace out, YouTube.